Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to welcome to the program Pasha Kovalev. Pasha, how are you? You well?
Oh, yes, I'm great, and I'm dancing non-stop, as always.
Now, people will know you, obviously, from Strictly Come Dancing. But there's so much more to you than that. I mean, I didn't realise you started dancing at 8 years old.
That is true. I fell in love with dance in that young age. My mom took me to a dance competition, and I ended up loving it so much that it became my career.
You danced in Russia, you danced in the States, but you also do choreography, don't you?
Yes. Well, the dance always revolves around choreography. At some point, you transition into making choreography for yourself, for other people, and especially when you're on Strictly, you put choreography for celebrities. You plan the dances, you plan the story, and you plan how it looks, feels, how it's filmed, and all of the above. So, being choreographer, not everyone enjoys doing choreography, but I do, and not all the dancers transition into choreography, but that was my way.
You specialise, if that's the right word, in Latin and ballroom. I've tried doing ballroom dancing, I'm rubbish, but Latin is a really, really tough sort of thing to do, isn't it?
Any dancing is tough if you do it the right way. If you go for all the technical details and everything that involved in dancing. But I love Latin personally more because it's energetic. There is more rhythm. There is more speed to it. It's a little bit more dramatic. So it's in a way fits my character, my personality. So Latin was my passion, but it's not much more difficult than ballroom, in my opinion.
It's very passionate, though, isn't it? I mean, thinking of some of those dances, it's so passionate, though, isn't it? Latin. I mean, when you think of those dances, when you think of those moves, when you think of how you have to contort your body almost to achieve those moves, it's a very, very passionate thing, full of fire.
Well, it's based on Latin music, and Latin music is full of fire. As you know, you take salsa or rumba or cha-cha-cha, it has rhythm and it always has passion. I don't know what exactly is going on with that part of the world, but they definitely bring passion into everything they do, including the music, and the music translates into dancing.
You've gone into choreography to choreograph a new show that just the title fascinates me, Barista, which is all to do with coffee.
It's a lot to do with coffee, but the show Barista is a love story between two worlds, Colombia, and that's where coffee comes from in this case, and the UK. So we have two characters, boy and girl, meet each other, fall in love, and find their lives intertwined, and the story, well, you have to come and see to know what happens in the end. But it's a love story, essentially, and love story, and Colombia brings here the culture, the music, the passion, and UK is just absorbs it all and put it on stage.
Has the music been specially written for the show, or is it something which is using existing music?
The story is all original story, and the music is all original music. Nigel and Anna Newman wrote a beautiful stage show here, and Nigel composed all of the music, and it feels like even though Nigel went to Colombia only for the first time this year, but he was writing from the heart all that Latin music, and I fell in love with his version of salsas and bachatas and that passionate Colombian music that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So everything is new, everything is original, but it's absolutely incredible. It's the first thing you being inspired by when you start doing choreography is the music, and in this case I got myself a really nice treat because it's just beautiful, and I think everyone who enjoys Latin music would absolutely love what's happening on the show with the musical side of it.
Something I've got to ask you, I've always wondered about this. When you come to choreograph a piece, what inspires you? I mean, do you just take inspiration from the music, or do you go deeper than that?
It depends what choreography is for, but obviously for the musical, you have a story, you have a certain scene, and what happens in the scene, you have to translate into the music, and that music translates it into the choreography. So I take all of those inspirations from the director, from the writer, and from the composer, mix them together and try to give the choreography that matches the feel, the energy, and the meaning of what's happening on stage.
Do you have a particular favorite Latin dance? I mean, you've done Paso Doble, Rumba, all those sort of wonderful things. But is there one which you think, yeah, I really like doing this?
Well, I like all the Latin dances. It's like looking at your 5 fingers and think, which one I like the most? You cannot separate them, and you need to have all of them in order to create the full variety and complete picture of the Latin dancing. So I cannot pick my favorite, but maybe I'm enjoyed doing a lot the Paso Dobles when it comes to showpieces, because it's very dramatic and it's very strong, and this story between two dancers is very dominating. And for fun, if you go out dancing, I like to do salsa because it's like I said, it's fun and easy, and it's all about boy and a girl having fun and finding that connection between them. So depends what you're doing.
Yeah. I love salsa because it's one of those things that you can dance to almost any type of music, whether it be rock, blues, soul, funk, doesn't matter. It's such an interesting piece of music, You can dance to anything.
Well, salsa, you dance it to salsa music because you absolutely have to have the salsa rhythm in order for you to dance salsa. If the rhythm will be of any other dance, then you would have to do any other dance. But I guess you can do any dance to any piece of music that fit the right character and signature of the dance. I don't know.
With what you're doing now, is this the way you see yourself going forward? Doing more and more choreography for shows and things like that? Or do you want to continue with your dancing career?
I kind of mix both at the moment, and I find myself new challenges. Doing choreography for musicals is something that I've always wanted to do. I love doing choreography for stage, and I love to do choreography for the movies, which I'm trying to do more and more our days. But at the same time, even this year, I have a tour that will take me around UK with a different show where I will be personally on stage. I still young in my heart, and I still think I can give some joy to people at the theaters dancing live. So I'm gonna try to do both. But with shows that you choreograph, in a way you dance through it, you feel it, and as the process of choreography is happening, you put part of your heart and soul on the dance floor first, and then dancers take it on the stage. So it's kind of a little bit part of you there, no matter what. And the same happens with Barista, because like we said before, it's all about music and a story, and they go so well together. I think for people who will turn up at the theater, they will be just stolen by the actors and the dancers and taking into this a new world where they can forget about anything and just enjoy the story and what they've seen on stage. Beautiful music and absolutely incredible Latin dancing. Well, I kind of sounds like I'm building myself up a little bit.
No, why
end,
not?
But,
now, the show, Barista, is on at the Capitol Theatre, I think, in September. Is that right?
Yes, show starts on the 12th of September at Capitol in Horsham, and only going to be there for 2 weeks. So if you're going to miss it, you're going to miss it, and you don't want to miss it.
Is it then going on tour around the UK?
Not this year, but eventually, potentially next year. the thing with the new shows, the way it works, you kind of try to get through certain steps before you put it on tour, and this is already, well, in our case, it's a third step, and then the next would be the tour around the UK, and then after that, hopefully, it will come to the West End. I would really love to see that.
Oh yes, oh yes. Have you got any more sort of specials coming up for TV and things like that? Because I know you've done a few, haven't you?
I'm doing things for the TV as well. At the moment, I'm actually on ITV cooking every Tuesday.
Really?
On Cooking with the Stars. Yeah, so it's completely something completely different. But every Tuesday, you can see me there for next few weeks for sure, cooking away. And probably dancing, because I've been there, but I'm dancing all the time. So when they film it, I haven't seen what they filmed, so I'm sure I dance as I cook. All those things.
Is it true? I don't know whether this is true. It's something I was told. I had a little whisper in my ear before we recorded this, that you actually danced and choreographed a pop video for one of your ex-partners.
I did do that for Kimberly Walsh. We did a little collaboration together. Yes, after we had a very successful season on Strictly. I believe it was 2012. Yeah, she was recording the video, and I was in it.
Fantastic. I'm going to look that up now. Well, look, Pasha, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for chatting with me. We wish you all the best with Barista, and hopefully it will go all the way around the UK, and it'll be in the West End as well, because that would be fantastic.
That will be fantastic. Thank you very much for having me, and I hope to see you in Horsham on 12th of September for 2 weeks after that.
Right. Try and be there. Thank you very much, sir. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.